So you're going to notice there are two parts of this pattern. We are going to work on the strap part now. I've already gone ahead and put my interfacing on these strap connectors, but we do want to make sure we draw out these lines when we're doing our placement, and you just use the cutout template to do that as per the pattern. Now you can definitely use glue here. I'm going to go ahead and use double-sided tape. I'm going to put some tape right along that top edge like so, and along the bottom edge. And then we're going to fold this down along that line using that stabilizer kind of as a guide for folding it over. Now only one side of the strap connector has the stabilizer here. I opted to put some Decovil Heavy in here just for some extra added strength, but we're just folding in that raw edge on both sides for both of these connectors. Give this a really good finger press. I'm just going to take my little roller thing here just to press those seams down really good. Now you're going to take your rectangle ring, slide it on halfway down, and then break those short ends up like so. Bringing that connector wrong sides together. And I'm going to just make sure my folded in edges all match up because we are going to top stitch this in place. So we're going to go up here as close as we can to the hardware and back down the other side. Now I am changing into a zipper foot so I can get nice and close to my hardware. So this is what that looks like all done. Now I'm going to use my pattern piece and I'm going to transfer my rivet placement onto the bottom side of these connectors like so with an erasable pen. And then I'm going to go ahead and I am going to punch out those rivet holes. Now we are not putting rivets in just yet. We just want to have our holes in place. So once you have them marked, go ahead and take your punch and punch out those holes. Next, we're going to take our other strap connector pieces. Now I chose to back all these with Decovil Light for extra security. Now this is where we only have two cut out. So what we're going to do is on the back side of the ones that are shaped, we're going to put some double-sided tape and we're going to put this wrong sides together with this other piece here, like so. And then we're going to go ahead and we are going to top stitch all around these with the seam allowance in the pattern. Next, what we're going to do is we are going to cut these out using the shape of the ones that we already cut out as per the pattern piece to make a nice and even edge. And this creates a perfect edge for edge painting. So go ahead and cut those out. We also want to transfer our rivet placement as per the pattern pieces onto these pieces like so, and you will go ahead and you will punch out those rivet holes as well. We are not installing the rivets just yet, we're just preparing them for them. Now I'm going to go ahead and edge paint these with 3 coats of base coat, 1 coat of color, and 1 of protecting gloss. Once those are edge painted, we're going to go ahead and install our rivets. So we're going to take our connector like so and put in 2 rivets. We're going to stick those rivet posts into our other connector pieces like so. Slide on your swivel clasp and then fold over the other side of that smaller connector piece, adding it into the posts and then putting your caps on. Go ahead and set those rivets in place and do the same with the opposite connector. Next, we're going to take our strap edge covers, and I went ahead and I edge coated the long sides of both of these. We're going to kind of fold them in half, right sides together like so, and stitch along that short end as per the pattern. Go ahead and open up those seams. I'm going to use some double-sided tape. You could definitely use glue here if you prefer. You just want to make sure that that seam allowance is butterflied out. Once you have that butterflied out, go ahead and turn these right sides out. Now we're going to go ahead and take one of the loops and slide it down on one of the ends of our webbing piece. Kind of slide it out of the way. Grab your slider, feed it up and around, bring it wrong sides together, and just stitch along that raw edge right here to hold that in place. Once that is done, slide that loop up to cover up the raw edge of the webbing. Once you have the placement nice and centered and how you want it to be, go ahead and install a rivet or 2 to hold that in place. And it just really is a nice way to secure that as well as hide that raw edge. That's what that looks like. Now we're going to work with the opposite end. You're going to take one of the connectors that we had worked with earlier, put her on like so, and you're going to slide it up and around that slider just like we do with any crossbody strap. If you need a more detailed class on how to do that, that is down below in the description. Then you're going to take your other little loop there. Once things aren't twisted, make sure it's not twisted. And you're going to slide that loop on, kind of out of the way for now, and grab the other connector, make sure it's situated the right way, and do the same here, stitch across here, and then slide the loop up and rivet in place. So that is the decorative strap all done. It is just lovely.